Minister, the Chartered Surveyor's report this morning demonstrates complete market failure and failure of government policy to deliver affordable housing for the majority of working people in this country. That's what their evidence suggests. With the average cost of delivering a house across the country at €397,000 for a three-bed house, or in Dublin €451,000, requiring a combined household income of €127,000, that means 80% of households in this country cannot afford the cost of housing being delivered by the private market. So 80% of workers priced out of the market. You no doubt are going to say, but we have affordable housing schemes. But the affordable housing ceiling for shared equity in Dublin is €360,000. It is €360,000. But 451,000 is what's being delivered. You'll probably mention cost rental. Cost rental in my area, or near to my area, recently, 2 beds, €1,445 per month, 3 bed, €1,550 per month. Now, in all of these cases, if you have two households earning, you might have a chance. Might, although average earnings are €40,000 in this country, so for the average house price, even two combined incomes will not be able to afford the cost that the market is delivering housing. But in terms of cost rental, it won't deliver for single income households, because single income households cannot afford €1,400 or €1,500 for a 2 or 3 bedroom rental per month. And the HAP thresholds are the highest. Homeless HAP threshold is €1,950 a month. Average rents in Dublin now €2,100. If you're actually looking for something to rent, it'll be more like €2,500. So at every level, people can't afford to buy, they can't afford the cost rental in many cases, and they can't afford to find a HAP that is within the thresholds. So what do we need to do to be constructive? You need to recognise that the market is not capable of delivering for 70 to 80% of workers. Therefore, the state has to deliver 70 to 80% of what is being built as social and affordable housing. Can this be done? It is done in Vienna. We can do it if we decide to upscale the social and affordable housing targets, establish a state construction company, and in the short term, buy up, instead of the vulture funds, buy up what is being delivered in order to deliver social and affordable housing on scale.
Minister, please.
Thank you, Deputy. I know you're very earnest about this issue. You raise it regularly. Firstly, just for your information, the price ceiling in relation to First Home Scheme in Dublin is €475,000 for a home, €500,000 for an apartment, and we review them every 6 months. Now, we've had on that scheme about over 7,000 registrations, over 3,000 approvals, many of which in your own county. There still remains major challenges with regard to affordability. And the SCSI, and I thank them for the work that they have done with regard to the report that they've brought forward. And it speaks to the challenges that we have, and that's why we need to continue to advance the Housing for All plan. Because what's really important, Deputy, is that we increase supply across the board. So on social housing, I'm a firm believer that the state needs to lead by example. And we made a step change in delivery there, that we will deliver more new social homes this year, right across the country, in all 31 local authorities, right across the country, of very significant social housing delivery this year, more than we did last year. So sizably more affordable housing than we did last year, and significant, a really good footprint. And through the state construction company, the Land Development Agency, that you know well, Deputy, in your own area. Look at one example of Shanganagh Castle. Good cost rental affordable homes are there, good social homes. And we'll be recapitalising and further capitalising the Land Development Agency to deliver more homes. And that's what we're actually doing. You cannot turn this around in 2 years. But what we've now done is to be able to have a footprint and a pipeline of very significant homes right the way across this country, both at social and affordable level, and then providing the supports for many of those renters, working families, to be able to buy the homes through the First Home Scheme, through the Help to Buy grant as well. 42,500 households have access to Help to Buy grant so far. As I said, over 7,000 registrations on First Home. But across the board, we need to deliver more homes, and we're doing that. I'm even looking at just today that planning permissions granted, the number of figures were just out earlier today, up for the month of October, 45% up on this time last year. 45% up, over 9,000 homes approved. And I have brought in legislation, as you know, Deputy, that I think you did support at the time, was the owner-occupier guarantee, which was to ban the bulk purchase of homes by investor funds. And we did that. And that has taken shape, and thousands of planning permissions have been granted now with an owner-occupier guarantee. That means that the home is for a family or for an individual. We've changed the affordable housing, or the local authority affordable home loan. We've upped the income limits for singles in particular, because it can be very difficult for singles to actually purchase properties. That's why the First Home Scheme doesn't discriminate against them in any way, shape or form. That's why the Croí grant, the vacancy grant, doesn't as well, and why we've changed the local authority affordable home loan as well and upped the income limits there. So we are making progress. There is more to do in that space as well. And we've cost rental tenancies in place for the first time ever in Ireland. I'll come back in supplementary.
Deputy Boyd Barrett.
Okay, first of all, the charter surveyors are saying the ceilings are inadequate. First of all, okay, the local authority home loan max you can go to is 360,000 on the local authority home loan, well below what the actual price that the market is delivering. So it's not available to huge numbers of people. And then the key point is your targets for the year are 29,000 houses, only 9,000 social and 3,500 affordable, which, by the way, you won't meet. Not even close, right? Not even close. So only 35% of what you're planning to deliver, but you won't deliver, is social and affordable. But 70 to 80% of working families are priced out of the market by the prices that the charter surveyors are saying are being delivered. It's not working, right? You've got to dramatically increase, even in the planning bill, you have to dramatically increase the proportion of social and affordable housing that is being delivered. And because nobody can afford what is being delivered, the vulture funds buy it all, rent it at unaffordable prices, or lease it back to the local authorities at extortionate cost.
Deputy.
Through our local authorities alone, I've approved funding for over 4,500 local authority-led affordable homes, starting from on or about 166,000. And that's working. I've met people who are moving into the homes. The First Home Scheme ceilings will be reviewed at the end of this year. I've given you what the real ceiling is. It's 475,000 in your area, and we review them every 6 months.
Oh, good if the local authority loan is less.
And we do. And the Land Development Agency will deliver hundreds of homes this year. It wasn't delivering any homes when we took over and when we came into government. I know the Land Development Agency, Deputy, you opposed the Land Development Agency, the legislation, when we came to vote on it. So we wouldn't have a Land Development Agency. We would... they've committed 1.25 billion euro in equity, but it is doing that. But sorry, it is doing that.
We'd have had them sooner.
But you see, at any opportunity we come in and we bring in with the LDA, we legislated for it, we capitalise it, and it's delivering homes. We wanted to deliver more, and we're going to further capitalise it to deliver more. And I'm just saying, Deputy, and you are earnest in your remarks, but when the solutions to these are brought forward, like a state construction firm, like an LDA, you voted against it.